Hello and good morning, everybody. It's your buddy Edward coming at you live on Twitch. Going to play a little bit of Star Citizen this morning. We're moved off of mining and doing bounty hunting now because there's a patch incoming. I don't know if you watch the Star Citizen streams as much as I do, but over the weekend they were testing Xenothreat in the PTU, and as soon as that's ready, they're going to drop it into the PU, which is where I'm playing this morning. And I expect when that happens, all of the mining mining refinery jobs and the cargo that you have on ships, all that'll go away. The servers will have a forced reboot, So I don't want to be in the middle of mining, so we started doing bounty hunting stuff as a way to get ready for that. So depending upon when you last watched me live, or the VOD, or the videos over onto YouTube, you may have seen some of that, or maybe you haven't. So the first thing we're going to do when we wake up is this call to arms mission, where you say, I'm going to be part of the civilian defense force, I'm going to help, and then you get paid bounties. So if you kill somebody with the crime stat 1, 500, 2, 500, 3, 500, 4, 700, and 5, 1,000. So a lot of times when you take these other missions, people will show up, and I untracked it so I don't get confused by the markers. People will show up in addition to the bounty you're hunting. There'll be other NPCs that are bad, and you may as well get paid. So we've got some other missions here. There's Tracker's beginning permit certification. Now I think this may reset when the patch drops, so I don't want to spend 1,000 to earn an accreditation to then lose it. But we've got this one we can hunt. There's no time on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and accept that one. And this is one you have to pay for. So we'll do that one that we just accepted. Missing crew. And delivery one. So let's do that. The other thing we did was we had bought some weapons, some guns, and we had put them on some ships, and I had forgotten which ships I had changed the loadout. And so when a patch hits, often you will lose some or all of the guns that you purchased if they're still installed on ships. And there's other people that say sometimes you lose them even if they're not installed on a ship. But it seems like from reading the comments, it was more likely if they were still involved on a ship. So what I did yesterday was, right before I got off, is I went to the kiosk and I recalled any ships that were not at this station, and then I pulled what I thought were the guns that I had bought off of the ships. So we want to make sure that any ships that I pull out, like the ship we're going to pull out to go bounty hunting in, has guns equipped on it. So let's double check that again. And again, sometime this week is when this patch is going to hit. I don't know when. Okay. So we're at Everest Harbor, and we're looking for any ship that is somewhere other than Everest Harbor. And they're not. They're all here. Great. That's wonderful. We'll stand out of the way over here. And then let's see if my helmet is on. My helmet is on. Good. Let's go to the ships So what I'm looking at here is I'm going to click on weapons, and I'm just making sure any of the dominance and any of the there's the dominance and the attritions. Those are the ones I remember buying, is dominance and attritions. So I'm just making sure that none of my ships have dominance or attritions equipped, because those are the ones that I can remember buying. Now, if they came stock with it, then I may have removed one that actually came stock on a ship, and if it was there, I may have pulled them off and left the ship without guns, which is why we need to check. I don't usually do a lot of playing around with my loadouts, so this is kind of like a growth thing for me. It's like this one, turret weapon slot 2 is empty. Got to Owl. Panther, yeah. And I haven't learned which of the guns are the best. I know I want to see, the Argos don't have guns, so we'll just skip those completely. I know I think the dominant scatter guns right now go through shields and do damage. There's some kind of bug that's going to be fixed on those. See, here's the Buccaneer. It's got no weapons on it at all, because I took them off, and I don't remember what was on there to begin with. So we're just checking all of these to make sure that we didn't leave any of our purchased weapons on them. See, I pulled weapons off of the Dragonfly. And I pulled them off of the DUR. So these are size 2 on the 100. Size 2 on the 300s, although they're on gimbals. Size 3 on the 325. I want to take out the 325. Let's do this. Weapon on the right ring is a size 3. So let's put a size 3 attrition repeater on the right wing. On the left ring, let's put the size 3 attrition. There we go. Save changes. So I'll have to remember to take those off, and I'll have to remember to take out the 325. Okay. Boom. So let's look. Let's get the 325 out. Right here, interceptor, retrieve. Somebody in global patch 3 says, when is the patch supposed to happen? I've been scared to mine and refine. It's a good question, right? It's exactly why I'm changing it up and doing these other missions. You look, I have 80% hydration and 98% food. So if we go for an hour, we'll probably want to stop and, what was it, pad 3. Let me get my joysticks up here on the desk. I watched a little bit of a VOD from the other day, and I could hear my chair squeaking in the VOD, which is that sound that you hear. And I could hear my mouse pretty loud because of the way I've got my mic set up. So if I spend any money on my streaming setup, I probably would buy one of those boom mic holders, and then I could move my mic from where it is closer to my face and could change the sensitivity on it, and that would make the audio sound better and have less background. But the squeaking of the chair, I probably would need to get down in oil, or I think I just need to buy a new gaming chair. I need to buy a chair. But let's get my taxes done before I spend any more money, please. 325, the 3 series are pretty nice. You've got your bed. You can do bed logouts. You got an area over here. When you buy these ships, you can customize them. You can get a coffee machine, a music player, some other kind of stuff. They're not bad. They're not bad. A bad size ship. I like them better than the 100s. The 100s, you kind of have to duck down when you're in them. These are a little nicer, and as you saw when we were looking at the guns, you could put size 3 guns on this ship.
You are clear to launch.
Okay.
Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Let's see where this bounty is.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Quantum drive activated.
use the OM to get over to the other side of the planet. Or the moon. The moon! I've already got my shields biased to the front. And I'll do that for the initial fly-in, but once we start dogfighting, wait a minute, let me overclock my weapons. Not here. Oh. Overclock. Overclock. Okay, I just overclocked my weapons. Very good. So I just reversed and put the self status up on the monitor that's a little bit further up. Got your targeting. So we're at SCM is where our limiter is set. Oh, there we go. Target.
Contact.
That was easy enough. There's another bad guy right there.
Shit!
Alert. Weapon systems overheating.
So that's why you take call to arms, is because the first guy had a bounty. I killed him, but the other guy that spawned in, no bounty, but because I had call to arms selected, I got paid. And that's exactly what we want. We want to get paid. Here's another person right here. Let's accept this offer. Let's go over there. You'll notice some of these, they put you, where there's stuff to run into, stuff to hide behind, which is probably a good place. But you need to be careful. So you sort of have to get close to the point, and then it'll spawn the NPC. Okay. So we kind of got close to it. It should spawn in here in a second. Basically, we're right on top of it now. Give it a second to spawn in. Don't get too antsy.
Contact.
Okay. Set our targeting. We must have run into something to have blown up like that. Oh well. So back to the space station. Back we go. See, it's still got 4,000 UEC, so maybe we did shoot him and blow him up, but he blew up right next to us. I don't know. Don't ask me. I just work here. Okay. So let's go get the reclaim going on that 325i. Don't have to worry about drinking or eating now. That got reset when we died. Okay. 325i. Right here. Claim. File a claim. $14 minutes. Okay. Let's get out of the way here for a second. Let's look in our ship configurator. $325. Weapons. Attrition, unequip, attrition, unequip, Let's look at the 315. And put the attrition size 2. Attrition size 2. Okay. So what we did is we reclaimed the 325. We took the weapons off of that one in case I forget. And then we put weapons on the 315, which we're going to use to do our next mission. Very good. Let's get the 315 out and go do that mission. And you're like, Ed, you could have taken the pucks. You could have taken the pucks off and put the 3s there. And it's like, yeah, but I wanted to do this is like an experiment. So instead of putting size 3s on, I left the size 3 gimbals and I put size 2s on. Let's see if I notice a difference. Pad 1. I have a helmet on, good. I don't know. I mean, you can go to Urkel and you can see the DPS difference between a size 3 attrition and the size 2. I'm not. These are the VLRT, very low risk targets. So I'm kind of, my test is going to be to see whether, size 2 is going to work okay on these. So I figure if I can get to the point where I can kill them with smaller weapons, then that should mean maybe I'm a little bit better. I don't know. We're just playing around because we're not doing mining because the patch is incoming. So this will be a chance to do something different, to try some things out, just have some fun. The 315 is one that I actually own this ship. So unlike that 325 that we were just in, if you look, I customized with this one. I got the coffee machine, I got the music station, I got whatever else this other thing is. I got the custom bedspread and the clock, right? So when you buy a 3 Series, you can, and the trim on the seat and the other stuff. When you buy a 3 Series, you can spend a little bit of extra money to customize it. And supposedly they were going to give us that option for all the ships in the game, but they put it in just like they hard coded it in just for the 3 Series and to try it out. So the 3s are the only ones that you can customize now, but I think at some point they'll go back and they'll put it on all the ships because it's really just extra money for them.
You are clear to launch.
So let's go after this target now.
Launch complete.
But yeah, this is a nice ship. I got well, wait till we get in the light, but I put blue color, nice blue color on this ship, which I thought was pretty when I was customizing
Thank you,
it.
and please visit again.
So, and the 315's got a tractor beam on the front, where the 325 I think has another gun. So this one's not as strong of a fighter as that one that we were in when we blew up just a while ago, but it's very similar. This was part of my exploration package.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Too soon. And here we go. I did bias the front shields just then. I put a little bit more thrust strength to the front versus the back. Because usually in these dogfight type of situations with only one, you pretty much can keep them in front of you. You don't get shot from the back nearly as much. And if you're moving forward, you're more likely to run into something with the front of the ship. So I usually will bias the power. It's not if I start to run away from somebody to put distance, that's where I would switch it to the back. But you can get busy sometimes when you're doing all this stuff and on a ship until they get it to where your co-pilot or your other crew members can work the shields. You know, it's kind of it's down on the list of priorities. So we're just going to fly to the marker for the for where this person was last seen, and then kick the mission off. It'll spawn after you get close. I guess they were last seen inside this rock. Oh, there we go. There it is now. So as soon as it pops up on the radar, I'm going to hit the T button, the T key to target. All right, you'll see a red pip that'll pop up when the radar scan finds it. And then when I hit the T button to target it, you'll see a little bracket and information about that ship.
Contact.
T. Target. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
And so that little square box, try to put your weapons aimed on that. Get your hits on the ship. You notice I'm around a bunch of flying debris, which is going to be extra dangerous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly a little bit over here. I'm going to try to kite this person out of the debris field. Right? So let me turn around now. older guns work better when they're overheated. That rock, there was a rock right there. I don't want to fly over there. Okay, I want to balance my shields because now what I can do is I can try to get them with my missiles. So we'll turn around. Notice there's additional bad guys here. Right, so center button. Some of his buddies have showed up, and that's definitely causing a problem. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to even the odds here by taking some of them out. See, these guns definitely aren't doing the damage that the larger ones did. Okay, this little booger over here. There's a rock. I don't want to find a rock. I sort of want to stay over here out of the field, out of all this debris stuff. Okay, can we get a lock with the missiles? There we go. I had him locked up with the missiles. So we got missiled there. What I was doing is I was trying to fire off the flares, and I hit my coolie hat at an angle, and the result was it reduced my speed, which was the exact wrong thing to do. So, very disappointing. So I think we learned that I would rather have non-gimbaled size 3s than size 2s. So that was a nice learning thing. And that's what this game is all about. It's all about having fun and learning. So we'll run down and we'll claim the 315. We'll take the guns off of it, and then we'll see how much time is left on the 325. .325 is here. 315, let's claim it. Okay. Now, let's put go to the 315 and pull the attritions off. And then those are the size 2s. Let's go to the 325 and put now I know I clicked save. Whatever. They're still here. What can I put in the nose? I could put the attrition repeater in the nose. Okay. Now, what are my mappings for the weapons? They're left and the right mouse buttons. Look over here, my joystick stuff. Let's claim that 325. Trying to make sure that both of my, I'm firing both my weapon groups. People crash on Delamar because the gravity is it's like low gravity, so if you're used to flying around the other places, it's easy to crash. You cook it right into the surface. Pad 2. Do we have a helmet on? We got a helmet on. Excellent. Yeah, it's coming out. The patch is going to remove Delamar. And its moons are going to be gone when the patch hits. They're trying to, free up room for this Xeno threat event. And if you follow the lore, the original design, Delamar and its the other stuff out there isn't supposed to be in the Stanton system. It's supposed to be in the Nix system. So you could say it was going to happen eventually. Fine. It's just like saying Port Olisar is a placeholder. What we're really supposed to have around Crusader is Orison. So, changes are going to happen. Already I forgot Pad 1, right? Pad 2. See, that's why that change where your ship marker now contains pad information is so cool. If you're ADD and you're thinking about other stuff, you can glance over and you can see it. Okay, 325. Now this isn't blue like my custom 315. This is just your run-of-the-mill 325. But we put the attrition here on the front. And there you go. You see up there in the global chat, they're saying Olisar is going away eventually. It's true. It's just a placeholder. That's all correct. Still have that mission, great.
You are clear to launch.
Wonderful. Let's go back over there.
Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Quantum drive deactivated.
See, that's the thing. That's the center one. That's the wing ones. My center button here is wings. If I press the modifier, it's still wings. So it's not firing the cannon. Okay, so yeah, I'm not firing all my weapons at once. I may need to do some work on that.
Quantum drive deactivated.
11.4 miles.
Contact. 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 Achieve assault lock. Shields under attack.
So what I did was I went ahead and I
Shields at full.
shot a missile at his ass.
Hostile eliminated.
So I'm still out here with the other target.
Alert. Weapon systems. Alert. Weapon systems overheating. Hostile eliminated.
So we've still got one hostile out here with us. We got the bounty, but we've got one hostile in the area.
Hostile eliminated.
There we go. Let's get our next bounty. Look up at our ship. We don't really see any red areas. I don't think we've taken real damage, which is good. Okay. So far, I gotta say the size 2s. Now, the other thing to think about is this ship. This ship may very well have better shields, or more. I don't think armor plating's in the game, but the shields may be better on this ship than the 315. So that could also be one of the reasons why the performance seems like it's a little bit easier with this ship. But I'm going to say so far, at least on these ships where it's easy to point the ship, maybe having the size larger guns is better than having them gimbaled. I don't know. And again, people that have spent a lot of time doing this probably know better than I do. But I like the fact that patch and being incoming has made me do some different things. That's how we learn, by doing. So you pretty much get on top of the marker, and then it'll make the next guy spawn. So here we are. We're right on top of it. It should spawn here in a minute. Bonino Tanaka. That's what I'm talking about. But I need to map. I need to figure out a way to map. There we go. Let's get our things on here. That's just the center cannon. There we go. What I did on that one was I started with the, when I was lined up from a distance, I started with the cannon and I let it overheat. And then when we got closer, I put my hand on the stick and I used those guns.
Quantum drive deactivated.
For these little short jumps, there's no real cooldown of your quantum drive.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
We got rocks out here, but it's dark over here. It's harder to see them. We just wait for them to spawn. Ooh, wet. Come on, show me the enemy. There we go. And it, you know, it takes a while. It's like the server's got to get around to it.
Contact. Achieved missile lock.
So what I did there was I used the missiles, and then I used the cannon, the center mount.
Hostile eliminated.
There we go. To get him. See if we got another job. Again, this is just an initial point you get close to kick off the spawn. So you just get close. That's all you really have to do. And then wait. It'll kick off in a minute. Two missiles left.
Contact.
Son of a bitch.
Achieved missile block. Alert. Weapon systems overheating. Hostile eliminated.
There we go. Again, these are the very low risk targets. So don't make any assumptions about my skill based on these. These are like the easiest ones. But I'm doing them over. I'm not going up to the harder ones for two reasons. One, I think my progress is going to be reset, so it's really not that important. And two, I want to practice, so hopefully I can get better at this. Some people would say, using missiles is cheating. Well, it's not cheating if the other guy's dead.
Quantum drive deactivated.
I'm going to use the outer orbital marker to get there. You can't spline jump to the other marker like that.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated. Quantum drive activated. Quantum
You
drive.
like to hide in the rocks, in the wreckage. I don't think there's going to be a reset, so all these credits I'm earning, I believe all of those I'll keep when the patch comes in. Could be as early as today, because the Xenothreat test they ran in the PTU over the weekend seemed to be okay. When the patch hits, the server pops will go from 50 down to 40, but everybody will be busy doing the Xenothreat missions, which will be new in game. It'll be interesting to see, what's that's like. So let's wait for this other guy to pop in. So I don't know if I'm going to do the Xenothreat stuff. That really takes a team of people. So your two options are, you could do like you normally do and just do other missions on the server while everybody else is doing that. You could join in the Xenothreat and help fight the Xenothreat people. So you play on the side of the UEE. Then the third option isn't to join Xenothreat. There's really no way to do that. But the third option would be to pirate the people that are fighting Xenothreat. So in other words, blend in with them, like help taking the cargo off of the thing, but instead of delivering the cargo to Jericho Station, which is part of their mission that they're working on, you would just take the cargo and you take it somewhere else. So you effectively would make them fail the mission, and maybe even shoot at them and do other stuff. Now there are people that are complaining, saying, "Oh, that's not right." But I mean, that could happen in real life. You could do that.
Contact.
Okay, nice. Hostile eliminated. 4,000 credits. Let's see. Let's take another mission. Bounty Hunter. VLRT. Accept that. See where the marker is. Go over to Aberdeen and then we'll pick up the okay, so our thing is looking bugged. Clear route. Set route. Oh, there's somebody behind us. Let's put the shields on the back. Let's get out of here. We don't have a bounty for that person, so we could have stayed and and tried to kill him for the call to arms bonus, but no. And I should have put, it's like it's harder to get hit when you're sitting or when you're moving. I could have put cruise control on while I was doing the working in the map, but because there's all that debris floating around, then I probably would have run into something. So that's why I was sitting still. And as you saw, it spawned in an NPC that was hostile, that started shooting me. So let me zero my shields back out to balanced. Shields back at 100% all around. Now let's go after this guy right here. Got one missile left. And a whole bunch of space junk in here. And that's the thing, if somebody's coming at you and you decide you're gonna go into reverse and back away from them to keep them in front of you, you have to really worry about backing into one of these rocks, this other stuff. Let's kick this mission off. Let's get close to the marker and make it kick off. I'm using dual sticks. That's what I like. Some people play with keyboard. Some people play with a joystick and a HOTAS. I tried with joystick and HOTAS, and I think I flew with the keyboard when I first got the game, and I had one joystick here, and you got to get a feel for what you're comfortable with. So we're right on top of the marker. It should spawn pretty soon. Just got to make sure we don't run into that. some kind of damage to our wing, but I'll be damned if I could tell you that I saw that we ran into anything, you know? Or what the wing over there is looking red on the screen. But I don't think we hit anything.
Contact. Shields under attack.
Ran into 'em.
Alert. Weapons. Alert. Weapons. Shields
Crap!
There's two buggies out here. So I want to focus on the one we've got the bounty for. But there is another one out here.
Shields under attack.
Crap!
Alert. Weapons. Contact. Shields at full strength. Contact.
So I'm putting some distance away. Notice my light's flashing red. If you look up in the top left corner of the screen, this ship is taking some damage. That guy with the dominances isn't helping at all.
Hostile eliminated.
We still have one.
Shields at full strength. Contact.
There's a missile that was coming for us.
Damn it!
Alert. Weapons. Hostile eliminated.
Alrighty. Hostile eliminated. Well, I'm gonna set it for clear. I got cruise control on now. I think it's time to go back to our space station because we are hurt. Where were we at? We were at Everest Harbor above. That's where we want to go, is Everest Harbor. Well, fine. Let's go to Hurston first then. We'll live to fight another day. Okay. And let's get to Everest Harbor. Be right there. There it is.
Quantum drive deactivated. Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
ship ain't looking too hot. We're about to blow up. So, I think it's wise to head back here to the space station. Now you're saying, oh, it's just a game, Ed. You could have kept playing. Let your ship blow up. You know, what does it matter? Exactly. What does it matter? Well, right now it doesn't matter. But in the future it will. So,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I tend to try to play like we're going to have to play in the future. Unless A, it's a bug that caused the problem. And in which case, well, if it was a bug that caused the problem, you know, then, you know. And B, if I'm doing a stream and it's going to waste a whole bunch of time, that sometimes in the interest of making it better content for viewing, I'll do things a little bit differently. Get landing gear down.
Landing gear.
Lights on. I bet this repair bill is going to be expensive.
Landing complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alrighty, how much is it going to cost to fix my ship? Ah, it's not giving us the option of fixing the ship. That's fine. Sometimes you could do it if you hover above the landing pad, but I didn't do it this time. Let's look at see how bad that door looks. We were about to blow up. And some people would say, well, you should have gone ahead and let it blow up. Then you wouldn't have to pay to rearm and to refuel and to repair it. Yeah, that's true. That's a very true statement. But yeah, look at this. Our ship was cooked. Very cooked. I don't know that I've landed one. Well, I mean, I have. I've had a terrapin that was just a skeleton. But wow, this thing is like a charcoal crispy critter. So there you go, folks. There you go. That's what our dogfighting looks like. The AI is using scatterguns as they go through shields as the moment. Yeah, exactly. Right now, scatterguns that do, and it's supposed to be fixed in the next patch, and the AI kill them. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to the patch, even though it caused me to switch up from mining for a while. You know, it's still fun. The game's in alpha, and it's still fun to play, by the way. Official Siren, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting in the stream. I appreciate it. I am going to go ahead and end my stream for today right here. But I usually play, you know, morning time, East Coast US. So if you want to catch me in the future, you know, you can follow the channel. And I also, you can watch the VODs after the fact, and I usually export these things over to my YouTube channel after a day. So I have an organization that I've created for people that want to do casual role play type of stuff in here, and are going to be online around the same time. You're welcome to take a look if you want to join the org. And if it sounds like you already have Star Citizen, but for anybody else, there's a referral account. This game is in alpha. It does have bugs, but if you decide you want to back the game, if you use my referral code when creating your account on Robert Space Industries website, and then you buy at least a entry-level game package, then you'll get 5,000 in-game credits for free. And then if enough people do that, I'll get something nice. So those are my two plugs for Star Citizen. And yeah, we'll just have to see what the Xeno thread is going to look like when it shows up in game. I'm kind of surprised by that. Let's go ahead and store that. We don't have to. It'll automatically do it. But it's being slow here. Oh well, we'll let it automatically store it. And worst case, I'll just lose those two attritions. Okay, all right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.